Hello, this is a presentation about the Small Device C Compiler, abbreviated as SDCC, as a part of a compiler construction assignment. This presentation is prepared by Gautam, Rachna, Vaishnavi, and myself, Hariharan. The details of the four of us are given in this slide. Let us now see a basic introduction about SDCC. SDCC is a free open source compiler for C language which is originally written by Mr. Sandeep Datta. It is generally designed to target 8-bit microprocessors. Here is a list of devices targeted by the current version of SDCC. Intel MCS51 based microprocessors, Dallas DS80C390 variants are some of those targets. One of the main features of SDCC is that it is easily retargetable to various devices. SDCC's extensive language extensions helps to adapt itself to various microcontrollers. Let's talk about some of features and strengths of SDCC. SDCC supports all of the primitive data types: bool, char, short, int, long, float, pointer, and bit. It allows an inline assembler code to be embedded anywhere in a function. An inline assembler is a feature of some compilers that allows low-level code written in assembly language to be embedded within a program, among code that otherwise has been compiled from a higher-level language such as C or Ada. SDCC also allows the relative complexity of functions to be reported so that they can be optimized. SDCDB is a companion source-level debugger which comes with SDCC. SDCDB uses UCSim simulator. Let's move further. SDCC package contains a linker, assembler, simulator, and a debugger. SDCC supports Windows, macOS, and Linux. It supports flexible variable allocation. SDCC is one of the many compilers which is distributed under GNU General Public License. Let's look into some of the optimizers SDCC has. It has MCU-specific and loop optimizers. A loop optimizer is responsible for increasing the execution speed and reducing the overhead associated with loops. It has a dead code eliminator. A dead code eliminator is responsible to remove code which does not affect the program results. Moving on, SDCC also contains a peephole optimizer. A peephole optimizer peeps into operations and modifies them into simpler operations. SDCC also supports various other features like rule-based substitution mechanism, global sub-expression elimination, constant folding, etc. Constant folding means constants occurring together in an expression are combined to another constant. This concludes our discussion on features and strengths of SDCC. We can see that SDCC has a wide range of strengths and features, making it one of the most efficient C compilers for microcontrollers. However efficient something might be, it is inevitable that it has some limitations as well. These are the limitations of SDCC. Presently, SDCC does not have a code banking support in MX derivatives of 8051. SDCC does not support large stack model well. So, the user should take special care whenever they work with stacks. This concludes our discussions on the limitations of SDCC. Though the strengths of SDCC are abundant, its limitations are limited. SDCC can be installed from the given source code site. Once installed, the setup wizard of SDCC looks like given in the picture here. And SDCC mainly targets C language. Now, let's look about the architecture of SDCC. Since SDCC is distributed under GNU General Public License, its architecture is similar to that of GCC. The given picture is how the architecture of SDCC looks. The initial input is the C source file. This input then undergoes various stages of compilation and it gets converted to a final assembly code output. This assembly code output is finally served to target devices like microprocessors. As you can see, the architecture consists of three major parts: front end, middle end, and back end. We'll see deep into these in the further slides. These are the various phases of SDCC under each part. Front end has high level language, C language in this case, abstract syntax tree, AST, and generic phase. Middle end has Gimple phase, static single assignment, SSA, SSA optimization pass, and register transfer language, RTL. Back end has the final assembly code. Let's first look at the front end. The source file is the initial phase, which is written in C, which is a high-level language. The front end converts this into an abstract syntax tree. This form then undergoes a unification step and gets converted to a unified form called generic. This generic form is then passed to the middle end. Now, let's look at the middle end. The generic form, which is the input of the middle end, is converted to Gimple representation. Gimple is a family of intermediate representations based on the tree data structure. This form contains no more than 3 operands. Control flow constructs are represented as combinations of conditional statements and goto operators. Arguments of a function call can only be variables, etc. Then this Gimple form gets converted to static single assignment form. This form is also used for optimization through SSA optimization pass. After that, it is converted back to Gimple form. The Gimple form is then used to generate a register transfer language, which is then passed to the backend. Coming to the final part, backend. The register transfer language form is the input of this part. This form gets converted to the final assembly code output, which is targeted to target platforms like microprocessors. This concludes the compilation and conversion process of C source file to assembly code using various parts and phases of SDCC architecture. Let's summarize what we have learned about SDCC in this presentation. We saw that SDCC is a free open source retargetable compiler used to compile C source file to assembly code, which is targeted to target platforms like microprocessors. We saw about various strengths and features of SDCC, like allowance of inline assembler code to be embedded anywhere in a function, dead code elimination, peephole optimization, etc. We also saw its limitations like not having code banking support and a few more. We saw where SDCC can be installed from. Finally, we saw the various phases of the compilation process. Hence, from all that we learned, we can see that how efficient SDCC is. These are the references that helped us in creating this presentation. Thank you.